Greetings, everyone. I'm following up on my previous class on sustaining innovations and how it distinguishes itself from disruptive innovation. The following case of Blockbuster versus Netflix is an excellent case to understand how a newcomer to the market like Netflix can disrupt and overtake and upset an established dominant market leader in the field like Blockbuster. This is essentially what Clayton Christensen has termed as disruptive innovation. I have talked about this case in a few sections which I teach, but since we will be having a common assignment, I'm making this video and sharing it to your groups so everybody can be on the same page. I will then be posting an assignment based on this video. Okay? Thank you and listen up. In the late 1980s and 1990s in the US, the iconic blue Blockbuster stores was the predominant video rental chain all across the country. The first Blockbuster store opened in Dallas, Texas in 1985 and expanded very quickly. Everyone wanted to rent the latest movies, and they had a good collection. They went public in 1987 and were soon acquiring smaller mom and pop video rental stores all across the country. With the Blockbuster model, you got a free membership card and could rent about 3 movies, some of the latest movies, for $2.99 each. The older movies were about $1.99 and you could keep them for 3 days. If you didn't return the movies in 3 days, you were charged a late fee of $1 per video per day. Of course, it was better than going to the movies, where the ticket was itself about $8 a person, and plus the popcorn and Coke was extra. So video rentals soon became part of the local culture. Every Friday night, you could go to a Blockbuster with your family maybe and pick out a movie to watch on the weekend. Blockbuster also acquired other video rental chains like Movies to Go and the UK-based Rivex. At one point, they had about 9,000 stores, primarily in the US and UK. Wayne Huizenga, who owned the majority controlling shares in Blockbuster, realized the potential of the internet to dramatically change the business model of Blockbuster. But he was also wise. He was not sure that he had the expertise to navigate the upcoming changes. And he did the wise thing. He sold Blockbuster to Viacom for $8.4 billion in 1994. Now, Viacom is an entertainment company. They owned several TV channels and also provided cable services, which provided internet connections to people's homes. Seemed like a good match, and things seemed to be going very well for Blockbuster. In 1998, Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings started Netflix, a DVD by mail subscription service. A key feature of Netflix was you list all the movies you wanted in the order you wanted them mailed to you. If you want 3 movies sent to you at a time, the subscription fee was about $8 to $10 a month. Importantly, there were no late fees. So if you take a month to watch the movies, no problem. You just don't get the new movies mailed out to you. You only get the movies after you return your previous ones. And Netflix had a great deal with the US Post Office. They got priority services. So when you returned a movie, you could be assured that you will get the return movie from Netflix within 1 day. Of course, I signed up for Netflix as soon as it started. I liked Netflix. Not only was it cheaper, but they had a large collection of foreign movies. That was important to me. And besides, on a Friday evening, why would I want to drive to a store like Blockbuster and then find out that the movies I really wanted to watch were not in stock? And of course, no late fee. It is said that the founders of Netflix, Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings, themselves had about $40 in Blockbuster late fees at one time. That's what motivated them to start Netflix. When they started Netflix, Blockbuster still had the lion's share of customers. And at one point, Netflix discussed a merger with Blockbuster for $50 million. Netflix would have become the online arm of Blockbuster. Blockbuster actually turned it down. The Blockbuster board also made many other strategic mistakes. Now remember, Blockbuster was a big dominant force in American culture. At one point, they had 9,000 stores, 65 million registered customers, $6 billion in annual revenue, and they collected about $800 million in late fees per year. They assume Netflix will not take away their customers. Blockbuster just plowed on ahead. But soon, Blockbuster was bleeding customers. Between 2003 and 2005, they lost about 75% of their market value. Only in 2005 did they actually stop the late fees. But by then, it was too late. By 2002, Netflix also went for an IPO. By 2006, Netflix had about 6 million subscribers. In 2007, Netflix started a video streaming service. You could just stream any movie you wanted. Of course, I switched to the streaming plans, which were even cheaper than the DVD by mail service. About $7 a month, and you could watch any movie you wanted as many times as you want. That was perfect. There were other competitors for Blockbuster in the video rental service. Redbox was one of them. They had this big, bright red video dispensing kiosk at all the train stations and many of the grocery stores, or just outside on the streets, they would have them. So, if a particular movie was not available on Netflix and it was available on Redbox, I could just go to a box at a train station on my way home from work, swipe my credit card, select the movie, it'll be dispensed to me, and I would take it home. When I return it the next day, my credit card would be charged $1. Now, Netflix is doing really well, and Blockbuster is on the ropes. They had a $500 million loss in 2009, and they got delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. Many of their partners left them, and very soon in 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy and closed all the remaining stores. Sad story of a great company going bust within 25 years, from 1985 when they opened their first store in Dallas, Texas, to 2010 when they filed for bankruptcy. Netflix, on the other hand, is doing great. About 25 years after they started the DVD by mail service, they stopped the DVD by mail service, and now it is a purely subscription based streaming service. As of the last quarter, they had $32 billion in annual revenues and about 250 million registered subscribers. So the big question on everyone's mind is, why did Blockbuster go bust? They were the heroes, and in 25 years, they went to zero. What mistakes did Blockbuster do? Now, Blockbuster had a very dominant position in the community and in the marketplace. It was already a global leader in video rentals with nearly 9,000 stores, 65 million registered customers. And everybody had the distinctly blue membership cards on their keychains. Blockbuster was already present in all the communities across America. They also had an excellent selection of movies. A wonderful tagline, make it a blockbuster weekend. But everyone uniformly hated the late fees. My sense is that the management was so infatuated by the hundreds of millions of dollars of free late money coming in, they just couldn't wrap it around their heads that the customer hated this. And by the time they realized it and stopped the late fees in 2005, it was too late. It would be wrong to say that Netflix killed Blockbuster. The Blockbuster board made many strategic mistakes. So you could say that Blockbuster killed Blockbuster. Here are a few references that I have used and taken some of the images from if you want to check them out. The assignment for you is to address what could Blockbuster have done differently once they saw Netflix coming on the market in 1998 or even later. What were their options? Did they read the environment correctly? Did they read the coming of the internet era and understand the potential threat to the existing business model? What were some of their weaknesses? Of course, this is all in hindsight, and many of you have likely never rented a DVD or a VHS. But that is okay. There are many disruptive companies already lurking in the market today. So, this is a good case to dwell on and understand how you could have your own disruptive company. I will post the link to this video as well as the link to the assignment on your class group on Telegram. Please complete the assignment at your earliest. I hope you enjoyed this video caselet, and I'll be doing a few more in the future. So be tuned in and see you in class. Thank you and have a good day.